I found the Matchbox Diecast for 2026 at my local Carrefour hypermarket. Someone beat me to it and took the Jaguar Super Chase. Maybe there was more than one in there because it's a 72 count case. That's what we get here. So possibly multiples. Oh well, it is what it is. At least I found all of the other cars that are in there, because it was a mostly full case except for a few cars taken out of it. The Action discount stores do not have the D case yet. And to make it even better, there was that sale that I mentioned in a previous video for Mattel items. Buy two, get one for free. So that's basically 33.34% off. So that's a normal price and then the reduced price for the promo. But on top of that, on the mainline Matchbox and Hot Wheels, this particular location did an extra promo. So I ended up paying €1 for these, which is a great deal. So 1964 Lincoln Continental, number 76 of 125. So I wrote the case on the back of these cards. So we start with the newer ones and then go back in time. Nice chrome base, makes for the chrome bumpers and the grille and the headlights. Side deco, some silver on there. Got Continental and then the Lincoln logo, I assume. It's got a teal interior, which looks fantastic. I will try to show it to you with my light, because that's definitely worth a look. I even got the door cards and stuff. That's nice. Yeah, that's a nice touch. A nice exterior color, of course, too. Just a little bit of a hint of a tail light on with the side pass. Oh well, good enough, I guess. Very nice Porsche 911 Targa, and this green, dark green, black rims. So usually with Porsche we get almost full deco. So we got the license plate with the Targa on there, and these lights. What are those? Fog lights or reflectors? I don't know. Porsche name, the tail lights, and then the third brake lights with the vent or the air intake on top of the engine. And in front we get some black for the grille down there, the lights just above it, and then the actual headlights with the Porsche logo. So that's really cool. And even some interior detail. It looks like one of those, I don't know, chrono clocks to clock your lap time or 0 to 60 time, whatever. Not sure if that's what it is, but that's what it looks like to me. Sweet. GMC 3500 utility truck, camion utilitaire in French, in the National Parks livery. Of course, I had to grab a few of these. One for the National Parks collection, one for the GMC collection. And then just a spare one to keep carded. So quite a lot of metal on this one, on the body. All plastic front though. And then a white interior, which also makes for this back part. So we got utilities, maintenance on the door. It's not very legible. Some of the other ones I have it is, but then the other ones have a bad door handle print. And this one's got a perfect door handle print on this side. Let's see the other side. It's good enough, better than the other one. So very pleased that I decided to open up this one. Utilities, maintenance, yeah, it's maybe a little bit better legible on this side, but still not as good as on the other ones I have. Well, some Tambos are better than others. You have to make a compromise, I guess. Matchbox National Parks now hiring, it says on the back there. Cool. Doesn't say that on this side, so that's a cool kind of an Easter egg that you can't see when you buy it in the blister package. Sweet. (2020) Land Rover Defender 90. Yeah, nice metal flake, kind of maroon. All the ones I saw had some I mean, the paint is not perfect, I would say. It's got some variations of burgundy in the paint. That's the best way I can describe it. Nicely tempoed in the rear. Everything you would want is on there. And in the front, not bad. Could use some black for that grille piece. So not as good as the rear, but you know, it's okay. New for 2026, the Pierce Voltera EV. So an electric fire truck. To me, looks just like the other Pierce casting that they do. So a two-piece body with a chrome base that also makes for the engine in the middle here. Not the engine for the truck, of course, for the propulsion of the truck, but for the water. So we got this metal body piece in the back, and then in the front we have a metal body piece at the bottom and then a plastic piece on the top. And that's how I remember a Pierce fire truck to always have been done by Matchbox over the past decades. So even though it's an EV, it's very similar to what we've seen before. No interior, and you know, all in all, I think it's got a nice weight to it. A little bit heavier in the back, of course, because there's more metal in the back. And yeah. What does it say? Truck 5, El Segundo, Matchbox Fire Department, EMS, Emergency Medical Service. Is that what EMS stands for? 30, Unit 30, Truck 5, Unit 30, okay. Voltera EV, Emergency Response, Pierce and Matchbox on there. And the other side, it's pretty much the same. Yes, it is. Sweet. This D case has a lot of remnants from the C case in there, of course. So very Toyota heavy, and they added another Toyota in the D case. 2024 Toyota Tacoma, as if, yeah, we had not gotten enough Toyota already in the C case. Yeah, interesting color. I like it. It's metal flake. It's a kind of a gray metallic, but there seems to be a hint of something else in there. So just front and rear deco. No tempo on the Tacoma. That is embossed in tailgate. I don't know how that would be on the real one, because we don't get these pickup trucks here. I cannot read what it says in small print there. So no wraparound taillights, just in the rear. No stuff in the back. And it's got the sunroof. It's a pickup truck. What do you want me to say? 2025 Polaris RZR Pro R4 Sport. Now that's a mouthful. Still the D case. Obviously. So a four-seater ATV. in a flat gray. Just has the side deco. It seems to have smaller wheels in the back because there's such a huge gap here between that wheel well, but same size. Again, nothing to get excited about, but hey, it's licensed, so I'm going to buy it. This one's not licensed anymore, but I'm still buying it. The Plowverizer in a kind of mountainous, snowy area, because of course that's where it belongs. So retooled in 2021, I guess, because this is a way older casting. It's got some white gray tires, the white shovel in the back. So the early castings had the Chevy bow tie on the grill, so they removed that, but they kept making them all without the licensor approval. Plow crew, snow job too big. That is funny. Okay, that's really funny. It's got a black salt divider thingy on the back, or dispenser, maybe I should say that, and some snow splatters on the side. Got the cherry on top as part of the black window piece. Cool. Yeah, fun one. Also new for 2026, the 2015 Honda Ridgeline. So they did a Ridgeline back in the day. I mean, I think they still use that casting like a stock one. And now they have this off-road Dakar version. It looks like something that belongs in the Hot Wheels lineup, if you ask me. I don't get excited about it. It's got no window piece. Let's take a light into the interior, see how that looks. So the spare tire is metal, and there's actually the post to rivet two parts together. Let's see, is there something exciting in this interior? It's got some dashboard detail, surprisingly, because don't get much of that lately anymore. But other than that, there's some detail on the steering wheel, but it's still a urinal. So yeah, not really impressed. Yeah, doesn't do much for me. This one, on the other hand, is a beauty. And this, now we get into the A case. And this was also in the B case that I found earlier. New for 2026, the 1993 Toyota Celica. So from the Action Discount Store. The white rims, they kind of fit this model. Does it say four-wheel drive on there? Yeah, turbo four-wheel drive above the right taillight. Then Celica on the left. Actually says Toyota Celica on the left, and then Celica on the license plate. And pretty well tempoed in front. All the grills are done black. It's got the indicators, Toyota logo, and then yeah, some side lights. Yeah, it's a good tempo. Left-hand drive. I don't know if there's a interior variation on this. I don't think there's going to be any surprises in the interior either. No, don't expect any. Yeah, steering wheel is looking okay. It's got some detail on it, and there's a steering column with an actual disc, and some quite a detailed interior dashboard, I have to say. They That's good. They put some effort into this. I can appreciate that very much. That's a good model. Also new for 2026 in the A case. Was also available in the B case. 2024 Honda Civic Type R. I used to own a blue Honda Civic, so this definitely is appealing to me. Some people don't like the red interior. I don't mind it. I can see that the combination of the blue outside with the red inside is not very tasteful, but I like the fact that they use some color in there and not always have the internal black or gray. I think they should do that more. It definitely pops, but I don't think nobody in his right mind would order this as a real car in this color combination. I mean, but you know, as a die-cast car, I think it works. So nicely detailed front and rear, Type R on the license plate. Actual spoiler on the back, which is very nicely done, because often they have issues to making a space between the top of the spoiler and the boot or trunk. Often this is filled up with metal, but here we get an actual open spoiler. I think that's quite an achievement. Of course, with technology nowadays, that should not be an issue, but you know, there's these issues always, and they pulled it off, and I thank them for that. It's very nice. Absolutely. Again, something I can appreciate. (2022) Ford Bronco Sport, so basically an SUV version that doesn't do very well off-road of the Bronco, in a metal flake blue with a white plastic roof. Details in the rear, details in the front, and other than that, it doesn't do anything for me. Now this one's a very interesting one. So this is the 2021 Scania XT fire truck, or Camion de Pompier in French. This was only in the A case and not repeated in the B case, and that's why I had trouble finding it. That's why it's a little bit more expensive, because now at the Action discount stores, the price has gone up 3 cents, which is you know, very little. Yeah, I encountered this in a store, not realizing that this was new, or recolor at least for 2026, and I had to grab it, so I left it. I went back a few weeks later and it was still there. Luckily, only the price had changed. So yeah, very happy to have been able to grab this. If you have trouble finding it, that's the reason why. It's only the A case. This is a more expensive model for them to make. Scania P420 XT 4x2 fire truck. Because of the metal body, it is more expensive to make. I mean, sure, there's cutout for all the compartments with the gear for the firefighters, but still, it's a metal body that has quite a lot of real estate on it. So this is definitely more expensive for them to make, but I again appreciate very much that it's still metal. Metropolitan City Fire Department. What do we read here? Scania, and then a emblem, something like that. Crest, whatever you want to call that. We even get the front deco, and that is sweet. That's definitely not always going to be the case. But on this, yeah, on this one we do get it. Again, much appreciated. Nice weighty piece. Love it. And the same with this one. The Toyota Hilux pickup is only available in the A case. Because it's a pickup truck and these are not popular here, I did find it before the price raise. 2018 Toyota Hilux in a metal flake orange. Got details in the rear, Details in the front, not as much as I would like. Those would have been nice if they had been tempo too. Oh well. Another pickup truck. Was an A and B case. 2016 Chevy Colorado Extreme. So we see a kind of a mountainous area with a lot of dust. So we get dusty tires and well, it looks more like mud on the side than dust actually. DER Desert Endurance Race, number 17, Colorado. Side pass for the taillights, but covers almost all of it on the left here, not so much on the right. Got a snorkel that is also tempoed on the side, at least. That's nice. Nothing in the front, but you got the Chevy bow tie and a very nicely detailed grille. So if they only had put a little bit more detail on the headlights, casting detail, I mean, it would not have been that bad not to have a tempo in the front, because, you know, if you have detailed casting, that's already a good thing. Spare wheel in the back. No cutout in the roof for to make it plastic, so that's nice to see. '67 Alfa Romeo Duetto in a very nice teal color. Still A and B case. And it's even a metal flake. So some of you will know I do like my convertibles in diecast. Spider Roma on the license plate still, just like the first one in red. Yeah, nicely detailed. 3 tempo passes on this one. Interior leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, the seats are nicely detailed, but the driver's seat is cut off. We've got the footwell for the driver with the 3 pedals that are part of the base, but they're too far to the left. We do get a steering column with a disc for a steering wheel, but the disc does not have any detail. But the worst part is that stack of plastic and no footwell for the passenger. I mean, what the heck is that? I also don't like the smoked window piece. On an old car like this, should be a clear window piece. 2021 Morgan 3-wheeler, another recolor. Still A and B case. So metal on metal this thing is. Silver this time. Fugly steering wheel. I mean, it's got detail on the actual steering wheel, but it's a urinal. Morgan on the license plate. Nicely detailed taillights. Love that. But no deck on the front. So, okay. So is that because we get a metal on metal thing that we don't get a... So we only get a rear deco. Yeah, oh no, there's a Morgan logo there. I stand corrected. There's a top deco too. Yeah. Still, leaves a bit to be desired. 2016 Fiat 500X, a very unpopular casting, but they keep going with it. I'm okay with it. It's just a gloss yellow, this one. Yeah, silly car in real life, Fiat 500 SUV. But as a model, they did a nice job with it. I always like the roof rack as all metal. Yeah, it's okay. Probably my favorite in this video, 1986 Volvo 240. This is M case from 2025. I'm not sure if the previous one was from M case 2 or A and B case, I don't remember. Forgot to check. When I first saw this color, I thought, what on earth are they doing? until I saw a documentary on YouTube on the Volvo 240, and the first car they showed was this pale yellow one. I thought, all right, this was an actual color. Never seen it in real life. So beautifully done. Tempo on the front. I mean, the corner lights even seem to wrap around. It's sweet. And then same thing in the back. Taillights seem to wrap around too. 240 DL on the license plate. A Volvo on the left, 240 on the right. Looks a little bit big, tempo-wise. The badging. And it's got the third brake light on a parcel shelf that is way too low. I don't know why they did that. But other than that, great version of this. Well, I'll always complain about these wheels that are too modern. Should have disc wheels, but no. Whatever. Still MKs, 2025, 2018 Dodge Durango. In a kind of a gunmetal gray. Got the deco in the front. Even those lights in the bottom there are done. That's nice. It's got sunroof or moonroof. And then Dodge on the license plate and taillights that wrap around. Good enough for me. Very dark. Does have an interior, right? Very dark window piece. Whoa, gee whiz. Well, I couldn't tell you. Because that just doesn't show up anything. I don't think it is an interior in there. I mean, it's got a lot of metal on this casting, so even the bumper in the front all the way to the bottom, in the rear almost all the way to the bottom. So, you know, there's a lot of metal on this. Maybe they compensate that with not putting an interior in there. So this is a 2025 version of that same Polaris that was new then. Also MKs. Almost looks like it's the same, but it's not. This is a kind of a gloss version of this one, although this is a darker gray. This is more like a towards a tan-ish, but it's not really tan. So yeah, same deco, but different colors or hues used on the deco. Both didn't get any taillights. Well, hey, look at that. This one, no headlights. This one did get the headlights and some white for that grille, whatever that is. Is that an LED or is that just a surrounding for the grille? So the original release got an extra tempo, it seems. And then they just kept it. Or is mine an error? I don't know. Recolor for the 2016 Nissan Sentra, still MKs. So metal flake black, I like that. It's better than just gloss black. Details in the front, details in the rear. Yeah, basic car, but you know, I like it. 1966 Land Rover Gen 2, Safari, MKs. As mentioned in the previous video, the previous Matchbox video, I mean, in case there's another video in between, who knows. This only came with this piece on top, not the lights version. So if you want to see what that looks like, check out my previous Matchbox video. Safari Park Experiential Adventures. Is that even English? I'm not sure. Land Rover badge. Got the zebra stripes. DLM, Diecast Liberation Movement. I'm definitely part of that one. This is a metal flake orange, by the way, very nice. And then A58, which probably stands for Adlar 58, aka Michael Heralda. Just side deco. This comes off, of course, interchangeable. And as we've seen in the previous Matchbox video, they are able to tempo this whole section, even the grille and the headlights, if they want to. No interior on this, because extra piece on top. 1968 Ford Mustang Fastback. M-case. Yeah, mixed 12. Chrome interior, which makes for the I'm forgetting the word of these, the rocker panels, the bumper front and rear. It's got side deco, Mustang, and some stripe on there, some red for the side light, and that's about it. That's not much, but I guess the chrome is costly, so they compensated with that. 2025 Mattel. Okay, so this was new. Did it say that on the card, or did I miss that? That's weird. Okay, but unlike the RZR, the Polaris, this does not get an extra tempo. Here we got the first release of that Scania fire truck that we saw in white just before. New for 2025. XT fire truck, Camion de Pompier, also M-case. And then it says 4x2 fire truck on there, on the base. Again, A58, Adlar 58, I assume. So a deco done by Michael Heralda, Matchbox Fire Department. Front deco again. Yeah, nice weighty piece. Love it. Also new for 2025, the 2024 Range Rover plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. MK still. We get side deco. We get front deco. Range Rover on the bonnet. If I can show it to you, because it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, there it is. But no rear deco. I think often the Hot Wheels versions of these get tail lights too, or the rear deco. Let's see in the inside if there's something worth noting. Is there something worth noting? We've got a disc for a steering wheel that's hanging off the dashboard. It seems. I guess that's not as bad as urinal, and it's got some detail on the actual steering wheel. Other than that, it's got separate seats in the rear, so not a bench, but 2 captain chairs in the rear. So definitely a fancy version. That's all right, you know, it's an SUV, but okay. And this one, on the other hand, this is very exciting. 2025 new model, 2024 Subaru WRX S4 STI M-case. Surprisingly, there were a lot still on the shelf for a long time, for quite some time. I don't want to say it's a peg warmer, but you know, it lasted longer than I expected it to. See you later. On the license plate, you have to replace the numbers by the letter in the alphabet. It's so The third letter in the alphabet is a C. And then the first letter in the alphabet is the A. And then the fifth letter in the alphabet is the E. So see you later. STI, Subaru on the left, WRX S4 on the right. Yeah. Mostly plastic bumper, unfortunately. And in the front, it's like half plastic. Let's see if there's something on the inside that is worth noting. It's right-hand drive. Got a steering column with a disc for a steering wheel. Good enough for me. Other than that, no. We can actually see the screen there on the dashboard. So at least there's again some detail there. And the gauges somewhat, yeah, it's not a blur of a dashboard. I like it. Good one. And no moonroof, air intake for the intercooler. Yep, I like it. BMW 1M in white, also from the M case. And M1 on the base. This is a pearl white. That is nice to see. And it's got front and rear deco. Yeah, cool one. Then I think we go to another, oh no, still M case, sorry. 2023 Nissan Ariya, pole to pole, new for 2025. So they have this model in the moving parts with an opening hood or bonnet, I believe, because I have that one. So I don't know why they needed another one. I would have thought this would have turned up at Hot Wheels again, because I think it would fit there better, and you know, Matchbox already has a model of this. But oh well. What does that say? Electric Vehicle Expedition. Nissan. Pole to pole. Okay. Got a British license plate. Not on the front though. Well, there's stamp on the front, but no license plate. It's got some roof box on there. Let's see if we have some typical or a special interior for the pole-to-pole race. There's something. No, I don't see anything that is specific. That this is modified to do what it's doing here. Yeah, doesn't do much for me. Then we get to the K case. Okay, I found these in France, some leftovers from this case. I believe there's two cars in this case that I am missing. The red BMW 3 Series Compact and the electric Mustang. Those two I'm missing. And I'm missing two other ones that came from another case, I think. The black Toyota MR2 and the Renault Twizy. It seems like those four vehicles were not repeated in another case. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it feels like, because I go to 3 Action Discount store locations each week and did not find them at those 3 locations. So you would think at least one of those locations would have had one of those cases, or at least a case where the cars are repeated in, but none of them had them. So weird. 2024 Chevy Silverado EV K case, as I mentioned. Nice red color. There's no metal flake in there. It's kind of a burgundy. Details in the front are all right. It's also got details on the side with the Silverado with the blue E. And then a side pass for the taillights. Yeah. Nothing really exciting here. 1994 Lexus LS400, also K-case. So I believe all these models were only in the K-case and not repeated. 2 model wheels again. I prefer the disc wheels on these. Yeah, full tempo on the rear, although the model designation is not on there. Gray interior. And then full tempo on the metal part of the front. Yeah, and it's got the moonroof and the third brake light. Very nice green color. And last one, the 1964 Jeep Wagoneer. So, K-case, one of the early SUVs, I guess. Kind of a wagon on stilts. I like those lines in the roof. Headlights are painted on the grille. And in the back we get the Jeep name on the license plate and some red for the taillights and some silver for the badging and the door handle. There's something in the trunk. Let's see. Is there a variation on this interior? I don't know. If there is, I cannot tell what that is. Let me check above my screen here. What on earth is that? I mean, that just seems like a blur of stuff in there. What on earth is that? And there's something on the other side too, but it's so hard to tell. It's just some gloves. Yeah, on this side it seems to have some gloves. And then this, I don't know what that stuff is. It seems like something you pull over your head. Seems like it's some gear for a burglar. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, probably not what it's meant to look like, but yeah, to me this is from now on the burglar's car. Thanks for watching.